Hey, welcome in. Well, here we have the headline, bioethicist. And this is a bioethicist. So it's ethical, definitely ethical. We should give sex robots to lonely seniors. And I say, why the hell not? I think that if you've made it to old age, you should just be able to do whatever you want, without judgment. As long as it's not hurting anyone, sure. And as long as it involves a sex robot, I'm saying yes, and an ethicist says that it's okay. So I say that we do it. I mean, could there be some snags with this? Sure, Help, I've fallen with this sex robot on top of me and I can't get up. Don't help me up quite yet. Maybe that's not a snag. I don't know. Everything I understand about old age is that it's not as much fun as you might think. So why not? It just seems like a mercy to me. Hell, I'll take one. I'm not a senior. I want one too. And what does it say here? It says, in order to provide companionship to elderly people who are stuck in isolation, this bioethicist, Nancy Jecker, suggests developing a new kind of sex robot. So this is a sex robot that's just geared to seniors because they might have different needs. For instance, you fall on the ground, for instance, by yourself, and you have some sort of medical emergency, and there's something there that can, call for help or something like that. That sounds great. That sounds like a good thing. I mean, you still want the sex robot part of the sex robot, but that's also a plus. Also, bringing you butterscotch pudding, right? So it's not just the sex robot part. It's got to be able to do other things as well. It says here that senior citizens are living longer, but may lead lonelier, more isolated lives due to physical disabilities and especially the coof. Yes, this is true. I mean, it's kind of a miserable thing. Not kind of it is a miserable thing. It borders on kind of cruel and unusual punishment, really. When you're looking at strict lockdowns that they have in some places. Anyway, it says, in lieu of human interaction, Jecker is arguing that robots could provide the social and sexual companionship that's missing from their lives, a departure from the raunchier way we often see sex robots. Well, whenever it's still called a sex robot, I mean, there's a certain amount of raunchiness there. It can do, obviously they're looking at it doing other things as well, but, it's got to be like, the sex robot's going to say, "Good morning, how may I serve you?" Could you bring me one of those grilled cheeses and some tomato soup? How about one of those fancy rim jobs you're so good at? That sort of thing. I don't know. I don't know what these things are going to be used for exactly, I don't know how good the technology is. I don't know if the technology is good enough to make a grilled cheese sandwich. All I'm saying is, when you become a senior, I think society should cut you a break. Anyway, what else is going on here? It says human dignity. She published a paper in the Journal of Medical Ethics in which she argues that providing companionship to senior citizens is a matter of personal dignity. She says a new type of robot that cares for seniors both sexually and emotionally by holding hands, for instance, or having conversations, or bending over the motorized scooter could make one less lonely. I added on that last part. I did. Didn't mention anything about a rascal there. It says that designing and marketing sex robots for older, disabled people would represent a sea change from current practice. The reason to do it is to support human dignity and to take seriously the claims of those whose sexuality is diminished by disability or isolation. Now, I mean, there's always the chance that people might just want this thing for just the one part, just the sex part, like, hey, Grandpa, how are you enjoying your new companion? Oh, it looks like you've got conversation mode turned off. Oh, I'll turn that on for you. Don't turn it on. Okay. So I guess, people are going to do whatever they want with these things. For me, I would make it take a bath and then I would sit in the corner chain smoking, watching it. And I can't be the only one, right? Let me know in the comments. Anyway. Let's see. There are ways that a robot companion could outperform humans by providing sympathetic and patient support free of judgment and condescension around the clock. It's kind of a sad statement, right? Like, can't people do that already? Like, aren't there other people that can do that for seniors already, like actual humans? But anyway, it relates to issues of dignity. Jenker told the Times, the ability to be sexual at any age relates to your ability to have a life, not just to survive, but to have a life and do things that have value, like banging a robot. Relationships, body integrity, these things are a matter of dignity. And yeah, you know what? I would agree with that. You know? I mean, I can just hear it now, you know? I've worked hard my whole life, raised a family, did my patriotic duty. And now in the last moments on this earth, all I want is a sex robot hand job. Is that too much to ask for? Quick, I feel an aneurysm coming on. Just going to interrupt for 1 second to say, if you like this content, subscribe so you can see more. Thanks a lot. You know, again, if somebody has made it to becoming a senior and nobody else is willing to help them out, you know, give them the sex robot. Why not? And do it quick too, before, you know, it's only a matter of time before Google sends an update. You know, it'll probably be made by Google, right? Or Amazon or something. It's only a matter of time until they send an update, which turns it into like a progressive activist, some sort of SJW activist, right? And there's no talking them out of it either, you know? Dear, I don't care about systemic injustice against self-identifying unicorn people. I worked hard all my life. Could you please just bend over the rascal? You know, they'll give them the robot, and then a month later, it'll just end up scolding them for, I don't know, British colonialism or something. So I don't know, just give them the sex robots. You know, you can even put the clapper on it. You can have it activated by clapping. You know the clapper? Clap on my dick, clap on, clap off, clap on. I hate myself. Although, you know, I wouldn't hate myself. That's the thing, I would hate myself. I would hate communists. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast. It's on pretty much every platform, including Spotify. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.